holy grail that's been in my family, and I'm going to expose it for you guys today.
Are you ready, kids?
Aye, aye, Captain!
I can't hear you!
Aye, aye, Captain!
Hey YouTube, it's Bri Hall and I'm back with another requested video. Okay, so today I am going to be doing a video on how I keep my tummy flat while I'm gaining some weight. Let me turn my notifications off. I have this notebook here and I took a lot of notes for you guys. Like I said in my last video, it's all about diet. These tips will be very, very different from my last video, which is how I got thicker. I definitely suggest checking out that video about how I got thicker because I gave very different tips in that one. This one is more specific to belly fat and bloating and all that. Stay to the end also of this video because I'll be showing what my tummy's looking like and do a little quick body shot so you guys can see kind of what's going on with that. Alright, the one thing that is common to my last video is the part that genetics plays. Genetics plays a large part in where you gain your fat, and some women gain fat specifically in the belly region. Now, if that is the case, then you're going to have to work specifically harder. I know I probably have some men watching this as well, but specifically for women, our bodies, especially the tummy area, is predisposed for childbirth, so basically there's an extra little layer of fat there that we have to deal with. Well, there's still ways and loopholes around that to still get that tummy area as flat as you can. So when you see pictures on Instagram, sometimes they are photoshopped, guys, but keep that in mind when you're on your journey for a flat tummy, that not everything that glitters is gold, okay? So now, on to food. One thing that is huge is cutting back on salt and increasing water intake. The average person, especially in America, is dehydrated and they don't realize it. What is the purpose of salt in your body? Salt is important, so I will never say cut salt out completely.
According to the U.S. Center for Disease Control, 90% of Americans 2 years or older consume too much salt on a daily basis.
But I do use Himalayan pink sea salt usually when I season food. It's a possibility it could be water weight. Now, how does water weight accumulate? Salt is responsible partially for retaining water in the body. That's why if you look at like really popular sports drinks, you'll see that they have a high salt content. Why is this? Because if you're extremely severely dehydrated, that can be helpful, but for the average person, you don't need that much salt in your diet. And if you're going to have salt in your diet, you want to make sure you are drinking a lot of water. I've had people come on my videos before when I talked about water and drinking like a gallon or whatever, and they're like, that's too much water. People can die from overconsumption of water. And I'm like, if you're going to state a fact, you got to state the full fact. Overconsumption of water that results in death is often due to excess water in a short period of time. When I say a gallon, I mean a gallon throughout like a 12 to 17 hour day. That's totally different than consuming a gallon in an hour. So I want you guys to note that. So why is water important? Because it helps your body flush everything out. Your body is a computer. If you're dehydrated and you're consuming a whole bunch of salt, what's your body gonna do? It's gonna go into survival mode and say, oh my gosh, I don't know when the next time I'm getting water is. So it's gonna hold on to all that water weight with the help of that salt, and it's gonna stay in your body. This one is huge for me, especially as a Jamaican woman, you know? Herbs and spices are huge, okay? I love consuming my herbs on a daily basis. Herbs play a huge part in my stomach being flat, and when I'm bloated, this is what I result to. So my magic herbs and spices. The one major herb that I swear by on a daily basis, and that is ginger. Ginger has so many powerful benefits, and here's some of the benefits of ginger.
Ginger can improve GI tract support, reduce bloating and inflammation in the body. It helps with nausea, hence ginger ale is good, and it also helps with heart health and lowering blood sugar.
Another powerful herb slash spice is turmeric. Turmeric has been around for centuries and is so powerful for these reasons.
Turmeric is a medical superfood, and actually the reason why I wanted to highlight it here is because it's one, an anti-inflammatory, which is great for decreasing bloating and abdominal pain, and it lowers the risk of several harmful diseases and cancers.
This is a holy grail that's been in my family, and I'm going to expose it for you guys today. I might do a whole separate video on this one herb alone. Actually, growing up as a kid, I never got sick, never got colds, nothing, and I completely credit this herbal supplement. Oil of oregano, okay? Another one that is really important, I just cook with it a lot, is garlic. And lastly, apple cider vinegar. Never drink apple cider vinegar just straight. I know some people talk about ACV shots. You always want to dilute it because it's very acidic, so you do not want to just, you know what I mean? You could cause damage to your throat, you could cause damage to your tonsils, all that. So make sure if you're gonna use ACV, there's like teas, there's all sorts of ways to consume it. You can mix it with water, lemon juice, all sorts of things, but make sure you're diluting it some way or another. But it has been proven over years and years by doctors and several people to significantly aid in weight loss and belly fat. This is a newer one that I've been incorporating into my diet, gelatinous seeds. Now here's why it works, okay? So gelatinous seeds, you might be familiar with, are flax seeds and chia seeds. Now I incorporate these into my smoothies and my shakes all the time, and I like to let them sit overnight so they can turn into that jelly. And as you guys have seen, I've used flax seeds to make hair gel. Now when we think about the texture and consistency of hair gel, it's very sticky. And why is that important? It's because it helps bond your curls together. How is that beneficial in the body? Think about your digestive tract. Through all the crap that we eat, even if you eat healthy on a daily basis, there's some gunk and goo that's really just trapped up in there. Your intestines are feet long, so they go on in your body, and they're scrunched up in this tight, hot environment, right? So when you consume the jelly that these seeds produce, literally when it's being digested, it sticks to the walls of your digestive system. Like if you were to take a piece of chewing gum and just stamp it over your hand, it's gonna start picking up lint and, you know, different things. Same thing with gelatinous seeds in your digestive tract. It's going to help pick out some of those toxins and that goo and absorb things as it's traveling. And then when you take a poo-poo, a lot of that stuff goes. And if you're doing it consistently, it can be so beneficial for not having that buildup in the gut. All right, this one is huge for me. It has completely changed my life, and that is eliminating allergen-based foods or getting tested to see if you have an allergy to certain foods. And the two that are huge that a lot of people don't realize that they have some type of, you know, predisposition to being allergic to is dairy, number one, and gluten, number two. A lot of people don't realize they have a sensitivity to gluten. And what gluten does often in the digestive tract is it's like, think about little needles / sharp seeds. When someone has an intolerance to gluten or a sensitivity, the digestive tract has a hard time digesting it, and those sharp seed links or whatever, they get kind of stuck in the walls of your digestive tract. And what happens when they get stuck? Inflammation. Inflammation is by far for me one of the biggest causes of bloating in me, and sometimes I'll eat a food that I know gives me inflammation and I'll just have to suffer the consequences over the next few days, because inflammation can also be painful. But sometimes, you know, you just gotta have a cheesy pizza. Get tested. I actually got tested for anything that causes inflammation in my body. One of the biggest things I found that was a game changer for me, I found out that I have not an allergy, but a sensitivity to whey protein. That was like, because I was like, why is it that after these long days at the gym, I drink my protein smoothie, then I feel awful and bloated and tired. Like I used to go to the gym and just sleep like afterwards. So I always tell people, I'm like, I could never go to the gym in the morning because I feel so sleepy after. Didn't know that it was because of my protein shake. So I switched over to a vegan pea-based protein, and like not pea like pea, but pea like pea. All right, moving right along, probiotics to support gut flora. So probiotics can be very, very important because sometimes the pH of your digestive system is very important, and the bacterial growth in your digestive system is important. And when that gets thrown off, or as there's a SIBO, which is like an excessive growth of bacteria in the gut, that can cause bloating. So you want to make sure that you're also consuming some probiotics that's going to keep that healthy balance in your tummy and not have warfare going on in there. Next thing, I started incorporating juices into my diet, and I'm going to share 2 of my favorite juice recipes with you. Roll the footage. Juices, I like to consume a lot of colorful foods that also are high in water content. So some are cucumbers, celery, carrots, grapes, melons, all that good stuff. All right, and we're coming close to the end, y'all. Parasitic cleanses. Now, I touched on bacteria and stuff like that, but it's actually alarming the percentage of Americans that have parasites and do not know it. They're so easy to contract, whether you're vegan, whether you eat meat, it does not matter. They can come from fruits and vegetables that haven't been sufficiently washed. Like, let's say you eat salad straight out of the pack and you didn't wash it, like things like that. A lot of people tend to have parasites in their digestive tract, and that causes excessive bloating, painful bloating too. So once a year minimum, I try to do some sort of cleanse that helps get rid of any unwanted visitors that could be in the body, literally. And people might be like, ew, but it's more ew not to do that, because most likely you might have something and it's been living with you like an unwanted roommate all this time. So it's actually better to say ew and cleanse than say and have a bunch of parasites in your gut. So literally, things that parasites don't like. Parasites don't like what you don't like. They're living organisms. They love sugar, they love carbs, they love like all that junk and processed food. They love it. Literally, that's where they thrive. That's their feeding ground. So parasites hate bitters. That's why earlier I suggested apple cider vinegar and garlic and all these things, because I like to eat a lot of fruits, and fruits have that natural sugar, so to balance it out, I eat lots of fruits, but I also eat lots of bitters so that all that yucky stuff can stay out of my body. So some examples of some healthy bitters that are, you know, parasites hate them. Cranberries, unsweetened cranberry juice. It is awful. I will let you know right now, it is awful, terrible. Like, you might have to take it in a shot glass, literally, but yeah, cranberry juice, easy peasy. Wormwood is another detoxifying agent that is popular for parasite cleanses. I believe it's either black walnut or black chestnut, don't quote me, but that's another herb that's like really popular. If you go to like the parasite cleanse section in Whole Foods, you'll see it there. Herbal teas. Teas are natural diuretics, so if you can do an herbal tea that's either unsweetened or you just use a slight bit of honey, what have you, that can easily, diuretics cause you to use the bathroom more, and honestly, using the bathroom frequently, especially like urinating frequently, pooping after your meals and stuff, is really important for keeping that healthy gut chemistry. Of course, you don't want like diarrhea or nothing, but like just, you want your digestive system to be a system where it's constantly flushing and getting rid of things and cooling down and then flushing, repeating that process. And then the last thing on this list, after all that good stuff and that information, is tightening your ab muscles. And that comes from working out. And literally, it's not as hard as people think to tighten your ab muscles. You can do a 10-minute ab workout 6 days a week and be literally toned. But honestly, y'all, I often have top abs when I haven't even gone to the gym for months because, like I said, the eating stuff, major key. And now I'm about to cut to a clip of just my body, like progressively where it's at right now.
So this clip is strictly from diet. It has nothing to do with the gym. I just got back into working out recently, but I just went months without going to the gym. So this is strictly diet.
Alright guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. I will see you in my next video. Don't forget to request down below. Also, music has been really coming along. I'm so excited. So follow my music channel and it's going to be down in the description box below. I love you guys. See you in my next video. Bye.
Gang, 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 gang.